Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus directs Army Selection Board to promote competent Army officers rising above their political ideology. 7 people die in severe flood in Sherpur as heavy downpour and upstream water trigger flood in some districts including Sherpur and Moiminsingh. Water Resources Advisor calls upon both upstream and downstream countries to work together to deal with disasters. One 50-year-old police laws will be reformed to make Bangladesh Police a time-befitting, pro-people and service-oriented force, says Police Reform Commission Chairman. Preparation for a celebration of Durga Puja going on in full swing across the country. No security threat over Puja celebration, says Home Affairs Advisor. 23 people killed in repeated Israeli attacks in Lebanese capital Beirut, while 26 Palestinians killed in airstrikes on mosque and school in Gaza. And India batting with a victory target of 128 runs against Bangladesh in the first T20 of 3-match series in Gwalior. Assalamu alaikum, this is Saba Satir Arshi welcoming you to News at 10. You have just heard the headlines, now on to the details. Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus directed the Army Selection Board to select those who have succeeded in providing competent leadership in various activities of military life, rising above their political ideology for promotion. The Chief Advisor gave this instruction while inaugurating the Army Headquarters Selection Board 2024 at the Army Headquarters today. In the first phase under this promotion board, eligible officers for the ranks of colonel and lieutenant colonel in Bangladesh Army will be considered for promotion. Speaking as the chief guest on the occasion, the Chief Advisor welcomed all to the new Bangladesh achieved through the Student People Revolution. He remembered with deep respect all who were killed in the anti-discrimination student movement in July-August. The Chief Advisor directed the members of the selection board to give emphasis on professional competence, leadership qualities, standards of discipline, honesty, trustworthiness, and loyalty, and the overall suitability of the officers for their promotion. The officers with honesty, integrity, and other leadership qualities deserve higher promotion, he said. Highlighting the contribution of Bangladesh Army, Professor Yunus said the Army stood by the country's people at the time of crisis and saved the country from an unstable situation by expediting the process of forming an interim government. As a result, the Chief Advisor said Bangladesh Army has once again been recognized as a symbol of trust by the people of the country. Chief of Army Staff General Waqaruzzaman, the Chief Advisor's Special Assistant on Defense and National Solidarity, and the Chief of General Staff and Principal Staff Officer of the Armed Forces Division were present. Heavy rains and upstream water from hilly regions have caused flooding in numerous locations throughout the country, including Sherpur, Moiminsingh, and Sirajganj. In Sherpur, more than 150 villages under 4 upazilas of Sherpur have been inundated. According to the Water Development Board, water in Bugai and Chillakhali River was flowing above the danger level till Saturday morning. At least 7 people were killed. 6 went missing by the floodwater in Sherpur till last night. People who were stranded in the district are passing terrible days. Meanwhile, the district administration has opened 30 shelters in the flood-affected areas. Dry foods are being distributed among the flood victims. In Moiminsingh, hundreds of people have been marooned as floodwater entered into Dhubaura Upazila breaking dam. The floodwaters have damaged a lot of cropland. Roads and ponds are also flooded. There is acute food crisis in the flooded areas under the Dhubaura Upazila. In Sirajganj, flood situation has worsened in the district as water in major rivers including Jamuna rose further. Water in Jamuna River has increased 25 centimeters at hard point of the Sirajganj town. Water Resources, Environment, Forest and Climate Change Advisor Sayeda Rizwana Hassan said the floods have become worse due to heavy rains and the release of water from upstream without warning. The advisor said this while speaking as chief guest at a discussion titled Tackling the Challenges of Climate Change and Empowering Women, organized by Manusher Jonno Foundation at Mohakali in the capital today. Sayeda Rizwana Hassan stressed the need for working together among the upstream and downstream countries to face such disasters in the future. Presided over by Executive Director of Manusha Juno Foundation, Shaheen Anam, the function was addressed, among others, by Gitanjali Singh, Bangladesh representative of UN Women, Maria Stridsman, Head of Development Cooperation, Swedish Embassy in Dhaka. Later, 5 people were awarded for their work in tackling the challenges of climate change. Advisor to the interim government of the Ministries of Commerce and Finance, Dr. Salehuddin Ahmed, has said Bangladesh has enormous potential and opportunities to make the leather goods and footwear items as very good ones in the export basket. He was briefing reporters after holding a meeting with the leaders of Bangladesh Finished Leather Goods and Footwear Exporters Association and Bangladesh Tanners Association at the Finance Division conference room today. The advisors said they have discussed everything to make the leather and footwear items as big export products for the country, and this sector has every probability for such upgradation, he added. Dr. Salehuddin also mentioned that leather item is a raw material and it is locally produced. This is a big advantage for us, he added. The advisors said the factories at Shabar Tannery Industrial Estates are 100% export-oriented and those are not entitled to sell leather in the local market. Chairman of Police Reform Commission, Safaraz Hussain, has said they would prepare suggestions that include bringing amendments to 150-year-old police laws to reform Bangladesh police to make it a time-befitting, pro-people and service-oriented force. He said this while speaking to journalists at the Home Ministry today. The chairman said they would include the best practices in the police reform proposals being followed by police in different democratic countries. Replying to a query whether they could submit the proposals within 3 months' time frame, Safaraz Hussain said they would try to accomplish their task within the stipulated time. Home Affairs Advisor Lieutenant General retired Mohammad Jahangir Alam Chaudhary has said there is no security threat in celebrating Durga Puja across the country. He said this while talking to reporters after visiting Ramna Kali Mandir Puja Mandap in the capital today. Convener of Ramna Kali Mandir Puja Ujjapon Committee, Aparna Roy Das, and leaders of the Mandir Committee were present. Urging journalists to present accurate news, the Home Affairs Advisor said additional 8-point directives have been given to all law enforcement agencies across the country for the sake of security during the Durga Puja. Preparations are going on in full swing to celebrate Durga Puja, the biggest religious festival of Hindu community across the country. Structure of idols have been constructed and their decoration is going on in all puja mandaps across the capital. Besides, works of making puja mandaps, lighting and decorations are also going on in full swing. The Durga Puja will be celebrated in more than 32,000 mandaps across the country this year. CC cameras have been installed in mandaps to prevent any unpleasant incident during Durga Puja. Besides, organizers also enhance the security system. Goddess Durga will arrive on the earth riding on a palanquin this year. After 5 days of celebration, Durga will go back to her husband's home at Kailash through her immersion on October 13. Sharadiya Durga Puja, the biggest religious festival of the Hindu community, is knocking at the door. Massive preparation is underway all over the country to celebrate the festival. Tight security measures have been taken by the administration on the occasion of Durga Puja. In Chattogram, artists are busy making idols. Places where idols are being made have worn festive mood with the participation of Hindu devotees. The government has allotted more than 1,200 metric tons of rice for 2,451 puja mandaps in Chattogram. At the same time, decoration work of puja mandaps is going on in full swing. In Shabar, Durga Puja will be celebrated at 191 puja mandaps in the outskirts of Dhaka. Former lawmaker and Assistant Health Affairs Secretary of Central BNP Dr. Dewan Mohammad Salahuddin Babu and former President of Shabar Upazila BNP Jamaluddin Sharkar distributed cash among the Hindu community in Shabar and Ashulia. In Narayanganj, a festive mood is prevailing in the district marking the Durga Puja. This year, Durga Puja will be celebrated at 214 puja mandaps in Narayanganj. Durga Puja will kick off on 9th of October with Bodhon and end of 13th of October with immersion of the goddess's idol. Now international news.